shoulder. A very good friend of mine said, then deal with it. If you cannot handle it, why worry about it? Why don't you just put it on the shoulder of the one who can deal with it? We must let God rule our feelings. We must not continue to allow others to rule our feelings. Neither should we allow it to control our emotions. I know throughout the course of this year we have been praying, we have been fasting. We've done everything within our understanding and knowledge. Some we've done right, some we've done wrong, some we have offended, some we have reasons not to be here today, but to the glory of God, you are still here. Amen. So I want to say to you again, move forward. In moving forward, we must continue and continue to grow in the Spirit. Our prayer life must improve. Our fasting must improve. Our worship must improve. Our praise must improve. Even our Bible reading must improve. Our desire to acquire knowledge must improve. We have done tremendously well in the year 2021. I want to believe that we can do better. We can do what? Better. The world have gone through so much unimaginable calamities. Death of loved ones. Few of us have experienced it. But still, we acknowledge that God is still a good God. And God is still faithful. In this church, I have listened to so many testimonies. Our brethren, and that says to me that need not to be convinced that surely God is still in the business of answering prayer. And he does reward, surely. That all what he has said at the beginning of the year, he stood by them. And those things surely came to pass. He honored his word through his prophet. So therefore, don't stop praying. If you are yet to have your own testimony, today is 5th of December. 26 days more for the year to be over. Testimony is still possible. Turn around is still possible. Glory is still possible. Joy is still possible. So never think of the past, but think of moving forward. Think of moving forward. Because your days of miracles too will come. Will come. So as you go through the rest of the year, I advise and encourage that let's make his presence our permanent dwelling place. Moses said, I will not go unless your glory. The glory of God is the power of God. The glory of God is the strength of God. The glory of God is the light of God. So wherever his glory is, his kingdom rested in that place. And that's why it's often said that a king never go visit. But if he does, wherever a king is, then the kingdom is already there. The kingdom is already what? Already there. Now when you see like the president of the United States, when they travel with all might and power. Everything, they travel with it. The briefcase that contained the nuclear weapon, he travel with it. So they travel with thousands of armed men, security agents. Everything. Because the king is at that place. My prayer is that we have come to celebrate the King of Kings. May you be honored all the days of your life. Finally, never forget. I put that on my wisdom for today, last week or so. That never forget that those who leave everything in God's hands will see God's hands in everything. Those who leave everything in God's hands will do what? God's hands in everything. Things sometimes may not be that pleasant, but in that unpleasant situation, God do bring glory. So it's my opportunity today to encourage you that don't look back. Look forward for a better tomorrow. And on this platform, I want to say big thank you to all those that we have gone through the journeys together. And every one of you here, you are people that will go through the journeys together. Can I ask you, with every sense of humility, to jam your hands together and give God praise? Go ahead and give him praise. Because just think for a moment, if we have lost any one of our members today, we'll be thinking and feeling, I may not even be able to ask the committee to put together this Christmas get together. I did not call it Christmas party, get together. So I appreciate, first thing first, I will start with the choir. I want to appreciate all of you from the leadership of the choir. Please help me to appreciate them. I want to appreciate you. I know you've done so well, but the message is you can still do better. We move forward. Then let me appreciate the pastorate as well. Pastor Michael, Pastor Folabi, Reverend Lawrence, Evangelist Akin. I appreciate you. You see, for them to find time to fit in. See, one of the things I tell people is this. They do not have to do it. It's my job. But guess what? When I need help, they were always available to give that helping hand. I want to appreciate the ushers. Let me tell you this. Sometimes what you have at home, we may not value them. Until when we lose what we have before we start to say, oh. Or when you try different, you now begin to discover. The last 2 Sundays we had programs in the special needs program and also the special Thanksgiving. The commendation about the choir was outstanding. Was outstanding. So please help me to appreciate the head of the the head of the usher. The head of the usher. Help me to appreciate the head of the usher and the usher team. Can you just stand up for recognition? Come on, please jam your hands together. Keep on appreciating. One of the things I do not like to do is to appreciate people in their graveyard. It means nothing to them. But let's appreciate one another when we're still alive as a way of encouraging other people. Because the feedback we'll receive for those two programs from outsiders. Even me myself, I was not that surprised, but I was quite impressed. Because somebody told me, a woman of God told me one day, so you see that day that was the first time for her to come here. And I went to go and preach for her in her church. And she said, if she hadn't gotten her own church, that the way your usher embraced her without knowing her will be a reason for her to be a member of this church. And since that day, she made herself as an ordinary member of the church. I have so many honorary members. I have said in the house we may disagree, we may, in the process of putting things right, we may disagree. And if we do disagree, we disagree in love. We disagree in love. It doesn't matter how many times Paul and Peter, they fall, but they still have a common ground. That common ground that everyone must be saved. So, if we disagree, it's for the betterment of the church and to move the church to the next level. To the next level. So, if any one of you hear that usher has offended you, I apologize. Okay, I apologize. My usual slogan is that if I didn't say God called me, many of you will not be here. And many of you will not even meet. So in other words, I'm the cause. And those people are helping me. I cannot be preaching here and be usher at the same time, and I still sing at the same time, and still do media at the same time. So I will be producer and jack of all trades and producer of nothing. So whatever anyone is doing at a department, they are doing it on my behalf. And if they're doing it on my behalf, we're all doing it on behalf of the one who called me. And that's why it's a rewarder of them that seek him diligently. So I thank the ushers, as I have said. I also want to say a big thank you to the media. If you must know, there are two departments in this church that I do fight all the time. The ushers and the media. But they're all doing an incredible job. The reason is very simple. To make them to be much better. Sometimes if you like people, you fight with them. Those who are working with me knows that if I like, I will fight with you. So that I get the best out of you. So you don't become complacent and think that that is your best. No, you can do better. You need to be challenged. You need to be challenged. So that you can improve your skills. You can improve your ability. You can, when you do that, as some of the testimony you had today, people are watching. They are looking at you. You never can tell who is going to make that recommendation. They may say, don't give the job to this person because it's useless. It's reckless. You better don't employ this one because 2-3 months, full of excuses. That career that could have taken you to a greater place is already destroyed. So once again, media, Brother Emmanuel, I appreciate you. Come on. Brother Moses, where is Moses? I appreciate you. Moses is all-rounder. It's all around that. There are times that when the choir leader was not around, he mounted the drum. At another time, if you need him on the keyboard, he mounted the keyboard. It's an all-rounder. So you can just imagine how God is able to bring people that matters to fit into position of the church that will take the church to the next level without being paid. When you harass them, if you don't want to know how many times I have harassed Brother Emmanuel, I have harassed Moses, I have shouted on them, that you are collecting my money, spending money to buy this, to buy that. If the thing do not work, you will see my red eye. But guess what? They spend time day and night in the church to put things together to the glory of God. I appreciate you. I want to also appreciate the woman president. One of the things I always tell my mother is that deep down that I love you. She knows that. But she loves me. She didn't give me 2,150 pounds. What kind of love do you call that? That's not true love. That is fake. It's on the way. So I just want to, because you see, there are some people that make things to work behind the scene that you may not know. It's on a day like this, I will just need to appreciate them, make things to work. Amen. During the children convention, many things that she did for both Lagos and Ibadan Church. Many things to make sure. All behind the scene. So I sincerely appreciate you. I appreciate your love, your compassion. And she's never hesitated to tell me the truth. We may fight, but she will still say her own mind. Thereafter, then we will continue the friendship. Amen. Thank you, Mr. President. The only problem I have with Mr. President is not coming to church regularly. That is a problem to me. You see, one of the things you have to realize that is, look, when you get to the position of leadership, particularly small church like a family thing that you want to see your own people. You want to stand up and it gives you gladness. It gives you joy. It gives you peace. It makes you to feel comfortable that your people are here. But sometimes when you mount the pulpit, you look around. The first thing I do, just look around. That's not 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 around. You see, you start to get worried. Trouble. You start to get trouble. So don't be too lazy. Don't be too lazy. But we thank you for everything that you do. Anytime he's called upon, he will respond. Anytime we call upon him, he will respond. He will respond. I also want to appreciate the board of trustees of the church, headed by Baba Ijebu, Evangelist Akin. Those who are here, then Yinka Adesanya, Deaconess Fajolu. Even though Deaconess Dolapo is not here, but she's working behind the scene. We recognize her as well. Come on, let me to appreciate. Now, I also want to say thank you for your steadfastness and your labor, Mrs. Buki Akinleye. Please do more. Some of the things that I look at other people's children, teaching them, training them. It's not an easy thing. We appreciate you. Mrs. Akinleye, the Lord will honor you. Amen. In the name of Jesus. Amen. I also want to appreciate my special ladies. My special ladies. I always pray for them all the time. All the Romoke. Pat. Yinka is not here. Yinka is busy like the bag. Come on, I didn't say you should sit. I said stand up. Come on, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. The Lord will honor you and appreciate you. I also want to appreciate Deaconess Yemi Shotubo. And I will tell you the reason. We may be friends, today. That does not mean we're not going to fight tomorrow. But if you want to look for serious trouble, go and say something negative about me to her. She will no longer be your friend again. Then you will discover that there is somebody that we just fought. That we just fought about an hour ago. And you now went and say, oh, that's the way Pastor does. Then you already finished your friendship with her. So that can only tell you about somebody who genuinely cares about you. Genuinely cares about you. Not that I have anything that you give this person. You can imagine she doesn't drive but have to come all the way from that end, leaving early in the morning, in winter and in, to be here. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. What can I say about Uncle Edward? We've known each other for a very long time. For a very long time. Come on, help me to appreciate Uncle Edward. One day, when we were at what is the name of that building again? Cambridge, yeah. To the glory of God, the other pastor now become my son in the Lord. And he's from Sierra Leone. Then we share the same floor, opposite one another. And Uncle Edward said to me, I don't care where he comes from Sierra Leone, this is my church. That's a serious affirmation. Serious affirmation. Let's appreciate it. Whenever we do not say, where are you? Say, look, I'm here. I go nowhere. Hallelujah. I'm with you. How many of you always see that? Yes. I'm with you. Yeah, I'm with you. We thank God that you're always with us. Right. Now, who else is better to sincerely and seriously appreciate if not Mommy West? My own mother, your own mother. The mother of this house. Thank you for that standing ovation. Come on, go ahead. Who else to honor? Who else to celebrate? Come on. I believe you can do better. You can do better. My birthday will never pass without Mommy giving me money and card. Christmas will never come without giving me money and card. Never. He said before, she will look at my hair. Don't bring this hairstyle to church on Sunday. They don't come on Sunday like this again. I said, yes, Mom. Then by the time I look, 20 pounds already in my pocket. That cut my hair for 2 times. Mom, without doubt, we love you. I love you so much. Yeah. We love you. You are a great mother to every one of us. Motherhood is not by biology, it's not by blood. But what mom does for us is beyond comprehension. We love you, we love you, we love you. And I've already appreciated Mommy Clark, because that message in that Bible Society like the Chelsea Flower Show is powerful. And it speaks volume about mom's Christian faith and journey. How she believed that everything is for the glory of God. Let's appreciate her one more time. Then I'm concluding my appreciation by appreciating the committee of 2021, jointly headed by Pastor Alabat and Princess Adetong. Come on, let the two of them stand up. Oh yeah, let's appreciate it. Oh, both of you should call on it. Praise God. We appreciate you, we appreciate you, we appreciate you. The Lord will honor you and bless you mightily. You have been a blessing to this ministry. Wherever your children are in any part of the world, the blessing of God too will locate them. Where is my wonderful Aburo? There is I want to tell you something. Unannounced. I will just, it might be the time I was sleeping, I will just hear my bell ringing. Don't turn, don't turn. And I said, at this time, who is this family? You have been a blessing. I sincerely appreciate you. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. May the Lord prosper you. So I want to end my appreciation back home. And that back home is occasionally, that's when she asks after me. And it's no one but Simisola. Occasionally. But I know, when people ask after you, you know if they genuine or not. If they genuine or not. But I sincerely love you, you know that. So, somebody may be jealous, but who cares? Who cares? Who cares? So may the Lord. So I just want to thank God for everyone in this house. And you will help me. You will help me. You will be traversing of, justice or I'll become an ingrate if I fail to mention these two people. Number one, when we're having serious issues with internet, Kami sorted it out. It doesn't matter what time of the day or night I call on him. He will find solution. He will find solutions to it. You may not know, these are people that grew up with me all the way. I still remember that small day, but don't make mistake. Don't let me go and bring all your pictures then. But you see, it doesn't matter how old you are still a child to us. Glory be to God. But one man, wonderful young man, that is never tired to go any length to do things for the glory of God. Then finally, I think I've said it before and I will say it again. Sometimes you meet people, you think that they're just on a contract, that's why I'm warning some of us that work in an establishment. You think that, your contract is about so time to so